Hey guys, Sherry here with Junk Journal July. First, I just want to thank Meg for inviting me to participate this year. I put this journal together out of an old book, and I just have some, random scrappy paper. Everything I am using, I have around the house. You are here for day 8, observe. And I'm not really concerned about what page I'm using. I do wish I had some masking tape because I didn't sew my pages in very well. I don't though, because I use it up. But if your pages are loose, you can just add some masking tape or some washi, and it just helps give it a little extra support. If you're like me and everything you do is a little bit messy, you'll understand why you need that. So with observe, I was thinking about observing nature, and I had these really great ideas. I thought these really great ideas of how I was going to go out and I was going to observe nature, and I was going to dry some flowers, and I was going to make a clear tag. But because I'm Sherry, I never dried the flowers. I hate picking flowers off of their vine because they're so beautiful and I kind of feel like I'm killing them. And so I never got that done. Also, when I went out to where my coneflowers were and my mom's, I found a bird's nest and I got sidetracked because baby birds, that's really all baby birds. They're so sweet. They're getting their feathers. By the time you see this video, they will have flown the nest, and I'm just hoping and praying they do okay, because I know fledglings fall frequently, and I have cats, and I'm really worried that my cats are going to get to them. So I check on them every day. But enough of that, right? So all I'm going to do first here is I'm just going to paste down some mixed media papers, some various papers that I've had sitting around the house. I don't really have a big thought about it. I'm just dropping things here. I don't generally go as heavy on junk journaling as a lot of you guys, and it's something that I want to do, but it's not as natural for me. So who knows, by the time this is done, it might be very, very bright. You never quite know what's going to happen. I'm also just using a basic washable glue stick because it'll dry faster while I'm doing this, and I'm fine. I'm honestly, I'm fine if my pages fall apart, and it's not that big of a loss to me. I use washable glue in most of my stuff because I'm really, really cheap. I've got to quit saying also, but I want to say it again. This is some old paper. I know that this is layered. Let's see if I can rip it apart. Okay, see, as surely as I said that, it won't happen. It's old handmade paper, and I actually think it has another layer there, but I'm just going to drop some. That didn't rip like I wanted it to. I'm just going to drop some of the paper on the page here. If you're familiar with my work at all, you know that these are some really light colors for me. I tend to be much more bold. Sorry about my arm there. I think I'm going to I need to have a pocket on here for my eventual complete page. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Put this here. Oh my goodness gracious, Sherry. Okay, there we go. Let me not do that again. So now that I've got some paper kind of on the page, I'm going to go ahead and start adding some colors and marks. These are multi-surface satin. This is the acrylic craft paint from Apple Barrel. And this is their new kit called Ice Cream Party. And I just love the colors. I am dipping directly into it. That's probably a big no-no, but that's me. So all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna bring some paint. And one thing when I'm working in my junk journals or my mixed media journals, I don't care if I go onto another page. I just think it adds kind of a little bit more depth, makes me happy. I like to see the way things spread out. I let it all come pretty naturally to me. So I think I'm gonna grab some soft green. Oh, I have not opened that one yet. But yeah, again, multi-surface satin, and it's the Ice Cream Party soft green. So I'm gonna do finger paint. I think finger painting is pretty much the end all be all. You've got to get your hands in here. You've got to get down and dirty. Just because that's how you connect, and that's how your heart and soul gets into your painting. That's pretty. That is called pale yellow. Kind of thought it was going to be daffodil or something. So I'm just going to kind of pull out the yellow here. See how loose that page is? By the time this book is done, it'll either be falling apart or it will be super secure. We'll see. We'll see at the end of July, okay? So, all right. So there's some nice little colors. Now, one thing that I always think is really important in any art page is I've always felt like you've really got to have black. And I don't have a dotting tool. I do, but I don't know where it is. So let's see if this will work. Yeah, it's not really gonna work. Okay, so they're just gonna be bigger dots. So I'm just gonna put some black marks here and there. And this is actually not black, it's dark granite. But I just think you've got to have the depth of color. I don't like how lined up those are, but it's okay. We'll make it work. That kind of looks like little bird prints, doesn't it? It's because I'm thinking about those birdies outside. So I'm trying to break up that. It's just too perfect. All right. So you guys, this is kind of a basis of my page. And what I really wanted to do, which I was talking about earlier, was I wanted to make a tag, a plastic tag. And I was going to use like packing tape. Couldn't find any, or it wasn't sturdy enough. And I was going to use dried flowers. But what I'm going to do instead is use this clamshell. And it might take me a few minutes. So I think I'm going to pause this while I take the sticker off and get it cleaned up. And I'm going to cut it up. So hold on a minute. Okay, so I did it. I used Dawn Power Wash, and that just kind of took it right off, one of those little kitchen brush scrubbers. I did bend it out, but that's fine because I'm going to cut it up. And did I tell you I'm making this up as I go? So, you know what? I have no idea if this is going to work or not. But I'm going to try to cut this so it'll sit flat. And I'm not very good at this, but we'll see. We'll see what we've got. So, and I think I'm going to actually cut it on my paper cutter so I can get the size right. Hold on again. All right, so I'm back. Far from perfect, but we'll see. And like I said, I'm figuring this out as I go. Oh my gosh, there had wet paint on that. I'm going to figure this out as I go. So if it works, it works. And if it doesn't, then we know it doesn't. And maybe you'll be able to give me some advice or some ideas. So what I wanted to do was to put dried flowers in here. But like I said, I never dried my flowers. And I thought I had a little bag of dried flowers that I had bought on clearance at one point. And I can't find it. So I do have these little Prima flowers. So we're just going to see how that works. I don't know. You know what? It's worth a shot, right? And I have to ask myself, do I want just one? How do I want this to look? I think I'm just gonna go with one. And I need it to sit there while I try to sew it. So I'm just gonna use some little double-sided tape. Should not show. And just kind of put that where I want it to be. Now here's my grand experiment, you guys. I'm gonna put this over the top here, and I'm gonna sew around it with my sewing machine. So let's go see how that, okay, so this is kind of funny. My machine decided to putz out on me. And obviously I need to take out the bobbin and fix the screw on it. But it's fine because I actually kind of like this crazy thread all over the place. So I'm gonna leave that. But there's my little clear tag. It worked at least part way the way I wanted it to work. And somewhere around here, I have a hole punch, which I set out so I wouldn't lose it. Which of course means it's missing. Aha. My hole punch is really, really old. It's rusty. It doesn't even come apart anymore very well. So we're gonna see. It may not even punch a hole. No, it's not gonna. Ow, that hurt. Oh, there it goes. Okay. So, got my little hole punch, and then I'm gonna add some ribbon to make this into a tag. And I've got some different ribbons laying around here also. I just grabbed a few and kind of decide what I thought would work best with this page. Honest to goodness, I don't know. But I'm gonna go ahead and just run some through here. I'm so, oh my goodness, the sewing machine. I have a friend who sews quilts, and she's probably looking at this right now and cringing. Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. You'll be good. I've got to fix that. So anyway, here's a basic little tag, and this is just from my observations of nature. So what I would want to do is have a place to hang this tag or to set it, have a little pocket. And I have these pockets. There's these little adhesive pockets. I don't know, I got them at like Tuesday morning or something ages ago for nothing. They were just, oh no, you know what? They were at the Target dollar spot, I think. But they're just little adhesive pockets. And put my little pocket here so my tag can sit here. And there's my tag. Now obviously I can do a lot more with the page. I'll probably add in some more dots and dashes and some words. Let's see. And some words. I have these little dictionary library series. I think I got it off Amazon a while back. See if they have anything in here about observe. They have observation. The attentive watching of somebody or something, the careful watching and recording of something or a national, such as a natural phenomenon as it happens. Oh, that's kind of a cute little thing. I don't really know. I'm going to put that on the page here. I think I will. And I'm going to just do some marks. Just going to do some kind of, might put that back in here. I should have put this underneath because then it would have been a surprise. That would have been neat. I don't think I can peel it back up. I think, oh, look at that. I can peel it up a little bit. So, observation. There we go. I'm going to remove my tag for a moment while I go ahead and do a little bit more mark making. I think I'm just going to use an old stencil, and I'm going to use, what should I use? What color? Orange cream. That sounds good. Again, this is from the ice cream party. I have no plans. I think I just plop that over the top of that clear pocket, so it'll probably come right off. By the way, you aren't supposed to do that when you're stencil because it picks up other colors, but I do because I don't follow rules. Clean that up a little bit and try to pick up more orange because I had some gray, probably ink on this. You know, if you want messy art, ladies, gentlemen, I am your person. All right. And I think I am going to go ahead and just add a couple more dots. What I really want to do is grab some texture paste, but I don't have it handy. But I think some texture would be really good right in here. It's just all about observing and what we see. And one of my habits when I'm working on my pages is, like, my orange dots are in the white here. They're also on the brown, but the white and the brown. So I would find those spots on the pages and I would do orange dots in the same vein. And I think it helps things tie in a little bit better. That is just my very strange opinion, but there we go. I'm gonna pause this for a minute. Okay, while I had that paused, I found some modeling paste and I got this stencil out so I could add some depth to my page. This paste is really old. We'll see if I can get anything out of it. Okay, I got some. I don't care about filling in the whole shape. I just want to have some. I want more than that, I'll tell you that. Pardon me. I know it's kind of loud. But again, this is just to add some depth to the page. And look at that, my stencil has blue paint on it that's coming off on. This is what happens, folks, when you don't clean your supplies. You have all sorts of other colors all over everything. Okay, let's see what that did. Oh, I kind of like that. Maybe a little bit more. Let me see if I've got some other modeling paste. I've got this huge container of modeling paste. Move everything out of the way here. It's really old and it seems like it's drying up a bit, but let's see. Oh yeah, that's very dry. I'm gonna have to use my fingers. I guess I should probably wet that down, or I have it covered with saran wrap to help keep it fresh. But, all right, so yeah, and maybe just a little bit up here. You can see I'm very precise in all my work, right? Okay, there we go. Pardon my arm. All right, guys, so while I was drawing that page, I kind of thought I probably needed some blue to help tie in this blue. And my blue, I'm thinking there's this really pretty electric blue. I have not opened it yet. I don't actually know. It looks very vivid, which I'm gonna get this opened. It doesn't want to open. It apparently doesn't want me to use it. I'm sorry, this video is probably so long at this point. Anyway, I just want to smear a little bit of blue around, just a little bit, not much, just to kind of bring in that blue thread. That wasn't dry all the way, but it's okay. Just think I want to tie it in. Here, one of my friends, her name is Robin, and a big thing that she does is she writes her name in a paint pen and then she smears it. And so you don't see her name, but it's got her name on the page. And I just think it's kind of sweet. It's kind of, you know, she's got her name all over the page and you don't even know it. And It's just adorable. She has, in fact, she has a whole book called her Robin book. Her name is Robina. You know what, Robin? I'm sorry, I can't remember your last name anymore. I only know your maiden name. But, okay, so we've got some blue that has tied it in. I just threw that marker or that paintbrush because why not? And then I am, final touch, I promise. I'm gonna use a paint pen and I am just gonna kind of circle. Well, maybe because the stuff's wet, so it's probably not gonna work. Circle some of these. Some of my granite. Don't use paint pens on wet paint. It's not a good idea. It's not honoring your art supplies at all. But you know, I'm gonna call it good for now and put my little tag in here, and I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope, I don't know, you learned something, or you get out today and you get to observe nature and maybe get some actual dried flowers. You guys have a really good day. Thank you.